forget about this place, but I don't wanna leave here if you're just gonna stay. Changing like the seasons, been wasting all this time. Should be like satellites cast beyond the sky. Leave our fate for another day. Riding these horizons, we'll find our way. We'll leave our fate and fade into the night. Just follow me to paradise. Just say we tried. Say the word and we can run around the earth and around the sun. Say the word and we can stay. Forget about that better maze. And I know you're healing, 'cause I know the feeling. The streets stop breathing. I don't wanna wait till the earth and around the sun. Say the word and we can stay. Say the word.
Hello, this is J83. This is round 4 of the season for STSF2 in Spanish Grand Prix here, and as you saw on a little indicator there, it is going to rain for the race. So that's a bit of a shame, as I didn't practice the rain at all, and I didn't have a wet setup or anything, so I just used my normal setup and put the wings up a little bit. But then onto my qualifying lap, it is dry and qualifying. Spain is one of my, well, it probably is my most hated track out of all of them on the calendar, especially after my experience of it in the past week, but still, we'll get onto that a bit later. Coming across the line for the first lap, and it is a 19.1, which is not the best, as you probably know. And now on my second lap, I'm on improving a little bit through the middle sector and through the last sector. Now we're in 6th at the minute, which isn't too bad, but coming through the far chicane, going around it now, and we missed the apex of the second one, lose about 10th, and yeah, that's ruined the end of that lap really, so that's a bit of a shame. And now this is my final lap of qualifying. Can we try and improve on that 19.1? And yeah, as I was saying, Spain, probably my most hated track in AOR, which is the day before STS. It's on Sunday night. I also had Spain, which didn't go very well. I came 10th, a lap down, so yeah, not my most fun experience of that race. And then this race didn't end particularly well either, but we'll get onto that a bit later. And now you can just see through the first sector, I'm already 3/10 down. It's not gone very well. And now through the turn 4 chicane, or corner rather, I lose the back end massively. Can we hold it? Yes, we can, but unfortunately that's that lap over, and I decided to retire from session because it's not enough time for another lap. So 19.1 is going to be my best lap in qualifying, which isn't very good. And you see Lizzie in 9th, LK on pole, it's Avant and Clay's second and third, and then I'm in 9th on the soft tyres, but obviously it's raining in the race, so it's a decent place to start. Hopefully I can bag some points, and let's get straight on into the race for the Spanish Grand Prix. And here we are then for the 5 red lights. It's heavy rain starting on the wet tyres in the Spanish Grand Prix at Catalunya, and it's lights out and away we go for the Spanish Grand Prix. The car alongside me didn't go at all, but we're shifting up through the gears now. We've lost the back end of it, coming to try and save it. No, we can't, and we're in the grass already, and that's not gone very well. I'm already last place, so my starts this year on F1 2017 have been pretty good, but yeah, that wasn't very good. I've lost like 7 places, and I'm right at the back, and that basically means that any chance of getting like a top 5 or a podium is now off. So it's a bit of damage limitation. Hopefully a few cars will crash out and I can capitalise and gain a few positions that way. But now halfway through lap 1, through the middle sector, around the fast turn 9 I believe it is, and we've got the Toros Storm Lance ahead of me. He's not got the best exit. Can I try and go for a move into the next hairpin? And we're going to dive up the inside. Can we try and get a car alongside into the apex? Yes, we do. And we side by side take the apex nicely. A little bit of contact, but leaving space on the outside there. Can we hold this up into the next corner? Yes, we can. Force him out. Leaving a look at the inside. Raikkonen, can we do that? No, we can't. He just about had his car ahead, and that's really not much point. But now through the next section, I'm going to brake for the corner, and we've broken a bit late, and I've hit my front wing. And yeah, you can see it didn't actually change colour, but I did damage my front wing, and that meant that I lost a lot of time over the rest of the stint. But we can still try and go for a move on Raikkonen if we get a good exit. He's gone over the curb. Mathers ahead of Raikkonen has also got a bad exit. Can we try and get a good run in a slipstream, which doesn't really exist on this game, but we're in 14th at the minute. Can we try and pressure Raikkonen for 13th? It doesn't look like we're going to do it into the first corner. He brakes very early. We've got to dive out of the way, otherwise we're going to hit him there. That wasn't very good. And maybe we can try around the outside. He's had to go across the artificial grass, but he just about gets ahead and stays ahead for the time being. We don't think we're close enough for maybe into turn 4. No, we're not. As you can just see, the understeer through turn 3 with the broken front wing is not fun at all. And now onto lap 5, you can see I'm changing my tyres to intermediates. And at this point in the race, little explanation, I didn't realise that my front wing is broken. I don't know how. I just thought it was dirty air that was causing understeer. Maybe that I just wasn't very good. I wasn't very good in the rain, so I decided that I wouldn't change my front wing. And yeah, so that didn't go very well, as I then had to do the next thing, which is on intermediates. It is time for inters now. Yeah, I have to do it with a damaged front wing. So that, yeah, kind of affected me a lot over the course of the stint. Probably lost about 15 seconds over the laps, and yeah, didn't end up particularly well, as we are still ahead of Storm Lance though, as I believe he did have to change his front wing, but I did as well, but decided not to for some reason, which is a bit of a shame. But now coming out of the pits on lap 6, can we see how far the undercut has taken us? And Street Game is in the pits now, and we were in 14th, but now a few cars are in the pits. 3 cars actually, so we're going to go up into 11th maybe, but no, 12th, and Raikkonen is just going out of the pits ahead of me. Can we try and overtake him into turn 1? He's a little bit far ahead, but my tyres are warmed up, and he is getting used to these new conditions on inters, but he's just about ahead of me. Can we try and get a good run through turn 3? Obviously, probably unlikely considering I don't have any turn in with the broken front wing. But no, we don't. And Raikkonen is a long way ahead now, which is a bit of a shame. But yeah, he's probably going to pull away from me as he does have a full front wing. I don't. And now onto lap 8, and he's just ahead of me actually. So we're still a little bit close. So everyone's setting purple laps everywhere. And going around the final corner onto lap 9, can I make a personal best lap? My best is pretty bad at the minute. There's a car spun out there though. Who is that? That's Mathers, who's crashed. And we're up into the points, and if I can stay here I will be happy, because yeah, that wasn't it's not gone very well so far, I think you'd agree. And now we've just got Devout coming out of the pits, who decided, I think he was trying to go from the wet to the dry stage without changing tyres, but it hasn't worked for him. He's had to bail on that strategy, go on to Inters, and it's cost him a lot of time because he's now battling me, which just shows how bad his race is going. And yeah, he actually did hold that position though, and with his fresher tyres and I assume what is a full front wing, he's going to pull away from me pretty quickly. And now a lot of laps later, lap 20, and it's pretty much time for the dries at this point. You can see by the track conditions and the skies. And Street Game is right behind me. He's going to go for a move into the next corner, and I'm going to try and hold it off. But we're up into 9th at minutes. Someone might have crashed out or disconnected or something. But we try and hold it around the outside off that corner. We don't just about do it. He pushes a little bit wide. We've got lunar space on the inside. Can we hold that round there? And yes, we do actually. Decent defensive driving. And Jeff just told me he's got a penalty, so that's good to know. Hopefully, if I just even if he does get put through, I can just hold it within 3 seconds of him and stay there. Raikkonen's just lagged, and yeah, completely stopped in the middle of the chicane, so that's not gone. That's a bit weird. And I'm actually going to stay on for another lap because I didn't know if it was time for dries. But now Jeff has just come over the thing and told me it is time for dries. So that's really helpful. Codfield in the pits, you can see, is on the dry tyres. And I probably should have pitted that lap, but Street Gamer is right behind me still. And yeah, at the end of the lap, I do elect to come into the pits. My tyre was pretty burnt out at that point, so pitting for the, I think, medium tyres to go to the end. 12 laps left. Should be fairly straightforward to get to. And this time I'm going to change my front wing, as I did lose way too much time in the second stint rather. And we also putting the front wing down a notch because, yeah, I just fancied it because the dry conditions are still like better for this wing, and put that down, change front wing. It is an 8-second pit stop, which hasn't been brilliant. It's alright for a wing change actually, but you can see Street Game is well ahead of me, as he didn't have to pit to change front wing. But now Storm Lance, who was a car behind me, just set purple up, and now onto lap 22. At the end of that lap, I'm relishing these conditions. The first time in 20 laps that I've had a full front wing, so I'm absolutely loving it. And can we try and pressure Street Game into turn 1? It's still a bit damp offline, but he's going to go defensive into turn 1. Can I switch back to the outside and make a move? We're going to try it. We're going to go to the outside, but I think he's coming back to the left. I'm going to dive at the inside of turn 1. That was a little bit of a dummy move to the outside and then switch back to the inside. It hasn't paid off though. I think it's Street Game. It does retain that position for the time being, and now he's parked it in the middle of turn 3. He's going so slowly for some reason, and that has completely blocked me there. But can I try and go up the inside of turn 4? We think about it, but a little bit too far back, and that's not going to happen easily. And now Street Gamer is still holding that position, but through the middle sector now. Moves aren't really common in this sub part of the track, but we can try our best anyway. And you can see Hot Dog is winning the race at the minute. Is setting the fastest lap, and we're going to dive at the inside of the next corner. Does that work? No, it doesn't. We're back out and down into the next corner. We're still in 10th place, but now on the next lap, can we try the same move again, or we could just go for a more orthodox move? And we're not even going to go for a move. He's a little bit too far ahead, but the DRS has helped us close up. And through the first few corners, turn 1 and 2, we get a good run. Street Game has gone wide over the curb there. And can we get a good run through turn 3? He's run wide. Can I take the advantage and go to the inside? Yes, we do. And up into 9th place now. And Raikkonen, who I am quicker than in the dry and in the wet, probably is. You can just see how far ahead of me he is. And that's just from me not having full front wing. I'm probably a bit faster than him in normal conditions, but you can just see that's how much time I lost. And now on to lap 28, we're just trying to go as fast as I can, really. And Raikkonen is a bit too far ahead to really think about catching in these last 5 laps, but through the next corner, got oversteer. That has not gone well. I've got a slide on it with its wheel on the grass, and that's not gone well at all. Street Game's going to go past, and Stormlance as well for the final point. And Bottas in the top left, you can see, is still into it. That's because he retired from the session earlier. So now going on the end of the lap, we're a long way behind Stormlance now, and that is basically points over unless someone crashes out. But now through the next corner, my tyres have still got grass on them, so I spun out. And that has not gone well at all. I'm down to 11th, and points are basically off, which is very frustrating, as that was my completely my own fault. And yeah, I just managed to bottle it, but now I'm going to pit for soft tyres and try and set a fastest lap, which might go well. I mean, it's the typical thing to do when you're in a sprint lobby, when you've been taken out, or when you're just not doing very well, just to pit for new tyres and set a fastest lap. That's what I'm going to try and do. And yeah, I've never been lapped, well though, so you can see there's the leader going past, so I've now been lapped, and I've only ever been lapped 3 times in league racing. I've done 37 or 38 races in AOR and now STS as well, and I've been lapped 3 times. All 3 of them have been at Spain, and 2 of them have been within 2 days. So yeah, it's really not going well for me, and at Spain especially, I absolutely hate this track, to be honest. After this, 2 races, Sunday and Monday, I come 10th and a lap down, and then 11th, a lap down. And you can see I couldn't even set a fastest lap because I was right behind the 2 people battling for 2nd and 3rd with Senna and LK. So I couldn't even go for a fastest lap, which just puts salt in the wounds. And yeah, I came 11th place, and that has really not gone very well at all. A lap down, Fredster came 10th, Hot Dog won the race. And you can see I was the last of the finishers, and yeah, no penalties though, so if that's anything to take from it, I did that. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed, because I know I certainly didn't enjoy this race, but I hope you could get some enjoyment out of it. This has been J83. Subscribe for more, like the video if you liked it, and I'll see you next time.